here's some more silliness. If you look at page 257, if you want to turn off the traction control, up here, it says press and hold momentarily. Then, if we go to page 127, it says press and hold RSCA for a few seconds. Then, you can also go back to this button here, the traction control and VSC, and push it for 3+ seconds. And then there's actually a fourth way of doing things. You can also, page 452, press and hold for the compass. Okay, here's the quiz. With RSCA, do you press and hold? Is it momentary? Is it 3 seconds, etc.? So you can see it's pretty difficult to try to remember what's what. It would be a lot easier if, like most radios, you either press or you momentarily, or you press and hold. So we're in first gear. And second gear. But what will happen is, even though you think you're in second gear, or you want to go to third or down, it'll actually shift for you. So it's not under your direct control either. So in other words, more Toyota electronic stuff that gets in the way of your driving experience. See, I shifted about 5 seconds before it decided to go into third. Look at all these, see if you can get in there and look at all these lights flashing and signs, etc. See all that? Okay. The problem is that it doesn't light up here. So you never know if you're on or off. What we're going to try to do is use the speed controller to basically do a downhill control, so if you're going down ice. So I put it on the lowest setting, I turned it on, even though there's no light going on, it does come off on the dash. But again, this little orange light should definitely be on. It's a little ungainly. But let's say you're going down a really icy kind of place. That theoretically will hold you through it. Okay, so my feet aren't even on the accelerator or the brake. Toyota says that's entirely normal, all that noise. The downhill mode can be reproduced by the Trail Edition if you set up the speed control with 4-wheel drive low. Okay, let's talk about stickers. The front Toyota emblem comes off pretty easily. You see that there's some places there just that pops out. However, when we get to the back, look at all this mess. It's all stickered up. This stuff is very hard to get rid of. So the question is, why remove it? Well, as far as I'm concerned, my job is not to do advertisement for Toyota. So I always get rid of all my stickers, and I think other people should know how hard it is to remove the back ones. A couple other issues. Let's talk about design. This trailer hitch is flush with the edge, so anything that sticks out is going to hit somebody. So I had to take my trailer hitch and get a smaller one, and even now you can see it sticks out major from the vehicle. Dangerous when you're trying to park and other people are coming next to you. Another design issue, which probably had a good reason at the time but doesn't apply to us, is you see how wide that bumper is, that extra step bumper. So I'll put my hand here to get an idea. So it sticks out tremendously, and of course it's harder to lean over and get things out of the back. And then what you find out, of course, is you've lost internal volume. So that just seems like a waste of 6 inches. For the off-roaders, look how far those taillights stick out from body panels. Same thing up front. These things probably made sense from a cosmetic perspective, but make no sense off-road. They're just asking to get hit by debris. This vehicle comes with a roof rack, which is not easily removable, and so I got rid of the cross beams for aerodynamics, but you're still stuck with these large space-occupying rack edges. For an off-road vehicle, the Trail Edition, these are very street-oriented tires. I've tried them off-road and they slip quite a bit. They probably give good gas mileage, but sometimes you need to sacrifice that in the interest of off-roading. There's another thing which makes sense until you start talking off-roading. I'll see if I can show you here with the light. This little button on top there is the rear backup camera. And I have not done much off-roading. You can see all the junk on it. So the lens is right where you'd expect all the dirt to get on. There's got to be a better way of dealing with that because it obscures the view. Now let's talk about off-roading in terms of the tire. We're at the back of the vehicle and there's no trick photography here. What is the lowest thing that you can see under the vehicle? It's the tire. So it's the first thing that's going to get punctured, and I've already hit it a few times, and this vehicle has 202 miles on it and it's already been hit a few times.